LEGO Star Wars 2013 Advent Calendar. This is LEGO set 75023. It consists of 254 pieces and was released in October 2013 for about 30 euros. If you want to get this calendar still sealed, you have to pay 60 to 80 euros nowadays. Last year I showed you the 2012 Advent Calendar, and compared to other videos on this YouTube channel here, it was a quite popular video. So I decided this year, once again, I'm going to show you a 10-year-old calendar. And I think this is a quite nice looking calendar. Have a look at the box art. This is really cool. Jango Fett is entering the fireside. He is costumed as Santa Claus. Those minifigures here are unwrapping their presents. Little Boba gets a helmet by the Camino Hat Company. And this rebel trooper here gets, I think it's an R5 droid, by the Java Trading Company. And have a look at these warfare models here. This is really cool. They are quite huge. They reach the Scout Trooper's hip. Imagine if this was human scale. How cool would this be if we got LEGO models which could reach human hips? Well, I would prefer personally if these were original trilogy models, but I think a lot of people would have fun with these prequel models here. And have a look at the paper in which the presents are wrapped in. It's LEGO Star Wars pattern all over the papers. This is really cool. It's a fun little scene here. And we also get to know that this set includes an exclusive Jango Fett minifigure. I guess they are talking about this Santa Claus Jango Fett. Here we get to see it a bit better. It's cool that we get to see it on the outside, but on the other hand, it's a bit sad that we don't get surprised by it once we open the door and find it inside. Or behind the door. On the back of the box, we get to see how this calendar looks like when we open this flap here in the front. And we get to know that we can unlock a new surprise every Sunday online. I think this means there are some of the doors which we would have opened on a Sunday in 2013, and on the back side of these doors there was written down a code which we could redeem on the LEGO website, and then we could have seen I think a little animation or something like that. But this doesn't work any longer. The system is offline. Alright, then let's open the flap here. Let's pull it down. And as you can see, the setting of this Advent calendar is this. Yeah, I think it's maybe a balcony on Geonosis, and this balcony, yeah, it's decorated with all these lights here and presents. It's a little Christmas scene with this peaceful background with all its explosions and yeah, these jets here fighting each other. Alright. Well then, you can also see that I already have opened the doors. I must have done this 10 years ago, I can't really remember. And what's a bit strange is that I didn't open all of the doors. So I think door 7 was open, door 17 was also open, but for some reason door 9 is still sealed. That's a bit strange. I have no idea what I did there. Strange. Okay, then I would say let's start with door 1. Where is it? Over there. Oh, and we get to see the R5 droid. You can see the bags are open, but it seems that I have put back all the necessary parts behind each door. Oh, and here's already a code. I think door 1 should have been opened on a Sunday 10 years ago. Huh. Okay, then let me assemble this droid real quick. So, here's our assembled droid. And I think the print is really cool. Back in 2013, these droids didn't have prints on the back of their torsos, so we only get to see a print on the front. But it's very detailed. And what's also cool is that the print on the droid's head is perfect. Sometimes LEGO has problems that the stud here isn't exactly in the center of the print. So the print gets closer to the stud on one side or on the other sometimes, but in this case here, the print is perfectly centered. Cute little droid. December the 2nd. Time for door 2. What is this? Let me just assemble this, maybe then I can recognize it. By the way, here we can see that today, or better said, today 10 years ago, was not a Sunday. We don't get to see a code here like we did yesterday. Okay, I have assembled it, and I still had no idea what this is supposed to be. I had to look it up, and it's supposed to be Count Dooku's solar sailor. I don't know. If you know what it is, you might recognize it, but I don't think that this is the best micro model. At least I hope this is not the best micro model we will get in the set. It doesn't look too convincing. Of course, I know how Count Dooku's sailor looks like, but it's a bit far-fetched, I would say. Day 3. What's that? Oh, I think this is the droid which pilots Count Dooku's ship, which we have built yesterday. Let me assemble it, and then I will also look up the name for it. Yes, I was right. It's an FA4 pilot droid. We get to see it in Count Dooku's ship. But I have to say, I don't like this minifigure here. They used as torso this piece which we know from the battle droids. You know, all those droids we see in episode 1. And this just isn't right. This droid has another torso. It doesn't look like the episode 1 droids. But I like the print on its head. This is okay. December the 4th. What's that? Oh, I think it's this ship from episode 2, you know. Oh, how was she called? I'm talking about this shape-shifting bounty hunter. Sam Wessel or something like that, I think. This micro model looks way better than Dooku's ship. Day 5. Well, I think I have to assemble this to recognize it. I have no idea so far. This was the most complex build so far, and I think once you have assembled it, it's immediately recognizable. It's one of these vehicles, one of these ships, the security personnel on Bespin uses. A cloud car, I think. St. Nicholas Day. I hope this means we get to see some minifigure. Yay! It's a rebel trooper. Far away from Andor. This is my highlight so far. This is a really cool minifigure. I like the prints on both sides, and the hat is really awesome. But what I don't like is that the hat comes with 2 faces, and I just can't stand this because you can't use these minifigures without headgear or hairpiece or something like that. And yeah, this is just unfortunate. But nevertheless, I think this was the best day so far. Day 7. Oh no, what's that? Looks boring. Well, let's assemble it. This is what it looks like when assembled. It's a stand for plasters. Not really the most interesting build. December the 8th. Oh, I think that's a Republic gunship. Nice. And it's Sunday again, so if it was still 2013, we could redeem this code here. I have no feelings for prequel ships, but I have to admit, this is the best looking micro model we got so far. Day 9. It seems like this door is still sealed. Now let's open it. Oh, I stupidly broke here the instructions, but it's still readable. I think it's an acclamator ship, an acclamator class ship, that Republic assault ship. Yeah, let's assemble this. This is a neat little micro build. I like the construction techniques used here for the engines. The 10th of December. Ah, a clone trooper. It's a cool minifigure. There are prints on the backside and on the front, and also on this helmet. And when we take off the helmet, we can see that there's only one face print. So on the backside of the head there isn't a second face. That means this minifigure also is usable without this helmet here. The 11th of December. An ATTE. It's a cool little build, and I like the building techniques used here, especially that this handgun here in the front is used as a giant laser weapon. Surprisingly, we got a lot of spare parts. We can almost build this build a second time. The day before yesterday, we didn't even get a single spare piece, and today 2, 4, 6, 7 spare parts. Wow. Day 12. That's another Republican ship, I think. I don't know the name of this thing. I will have to look it up. It's a Republic dropship, and this build needs so far the most space. The 13th of December. A battle droid. Nothing special, just a battle droid. It comes with 2 spare arms, so we can decide if we want to use 2 different arms or 2 arms of the same sort. Well, roger roger. Day 14. Oh, what's that? I do not recognize it. I think I have to look it up. Oh, come out. It's supposed to be a starfighter from Geonosis. I really couldn't recognize it, sorry. The 15th of December. A Geonosian. I like how the head of this Geonosian minifigure is molded. Sadly, there is a quite visible injection hole on top of it. That's a bit sad, but at least the prints look quite cool. Day 16. Oh, what's that supposed to be? I have no idea. Day 16. Oh, what's that supposed to be? I have no idea. Let me assemble this thing real quick, and maybe then I can find out what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a Geonosian weapons depot. Well, I think this is the worst build so far. The 17th of December. Oh, finally another ship. I'm not quite sure which ship it is. But let's build it first. It's a Naboo cruiser. You know, one of those ships which Padme used to travel to Coruscant, where the ship exploded. The 18th of December. Yay! Finally something from the original trilogy. A Scout Trooper. I'm not too happy with this minifigure. The prints are quite okay, and there's also only one print on the face, or on the head, so there are not two faces. That's cool too. But I don't know if a balaclava was the right choice here. I think it somehow looks strange when we can see the scout trooper's face through the helmet. There is a visor missing. It just looks strange. We couldn't see the scout trooper's eyes in the movies. The 19th of December. Maybe that's a separatist ship, a shuttle or something. Yeah, it's a shuttle. The building techniques used here are a bit interesting. You can see this whole thing here holds just on this 1x1 plate modified with this, with these two studs on the side. And I think this is placed here like this. Oh. It is supposed to be placed like this. Yeah. And then you can see here that we got this 1x2 plate attached to this wedge, and this is only used to keep the other wedge away. It's just there to separate the two wedges. The other wedge also is only interlocked to one of the studs of the plate modified. So it's not the most sturdy construction, but I think it looks quite interesting. Day 20. I think I have to assemble this to recognize the ship. As soon as you get this build completely assembled in front of you, you can quite easily recognize it as a Jedi starfighter. I think this is one of the better builds of the set, or this calendar. The 21st of December. Today we can open one of the still sealed doors. Whoa, this didn't work too well. Maybe this is going to be Slave 1, Jango Slave 1. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely Boba Slave 1. Day 22. All the remaining doors are sealed, and so also the door for today is still sealed. Time to open it. It's young Jango Fett. And you can see once again we could have entered this code on the LEGO website today, but yeah, sadly we are 10 years too late for this. It's one of the minifigures with the short legs, so this minifigure can't sit down, it can only stand. Oh, the prints are alright, but what I don't like so much is that once again we got a head with two faces. So the head is not usable without the hairpiece. The 23rd of December. Oh, that didn't work well. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I think I should do this with 2 hands. This cardboard material really isn't good quality. Have a look, I completely destroyed it. And what do we get here? It's a sled. Huh? Let's have a look at the assembled build. That's cute. It's a sled powered by a jetpack. It's Christmas Eve. Let's see what the Chriskind brought us today. Today I could open it a bit better than yesterday. And of course, no surprise, it's Santa Jango Fett. We already saw him on the box cover. This minifigure is quite cool. Jango got his Santa print here. He got his bag. And inside the bag we find presents, which I just dropped. Actually, there are 2 additional presents which don't fit inside the bag. Of course, the helmet shouldn't be missed. And underneath the helmet we can see Jango's face. I think this is a really cool print. And I like that there's only one face on the head. So we can use this head without a helmet or a hairpiece or something like that. I always like that. Ho ho ho! These 24 days were quite fun. We got some really cool minifigures and also some quite nice micro builds. I don't think that all of the builds are too cool. For example, these weapon depots here. I wouldn't have missed them if they had not been in this calendar. But well, I can't complain. I don't like so much that there are only a few figures and builds from the original movies, and there are quite a lot of figures and builds from episode 2. That's a movie I'm not too much into, but I guess I'm simply not the target group of this calendar. When we had a look on the outside, we could see that we could see the Rebel, but the rest on the cover was all prequel trilogy stuff. So I could have known that before I bought this calendar. Well, the micro builds sometimes had quite cool building techniques. Have a look at the Slave 1 here. This is a really well done little build, but other builds are just too unsturdy. You just have to look at them and they start to fall apart sometimes, and they could have done that better. But all in all, I think it's a neat little calendar.